Today is International Men's Day, and to commemorate this most masculine holiday, we'd like to honor men everywhere with this simple greeting card, a handwritten tribute to the creatures who roam the earth, insisting everything is completely under control, all while somehow setting off the smoke alarm as they attempt to microwave water. This is a celebration of the modern man, the man who can name every Marvel movie in chronological order, yet can't name the last time he saw a doctor on purpose. The man who refuses help carrying groceries, even as the plastic bags fuse permanently to his arms. The man who has just 3 moods: hungry, cool, and drooling in the aisles of Home Depot. This is a tribute to your stubbornness, your heroic avoidance of admitting you're lost, and your impressive ability to emotionally bond with your air fryer more deeply than with most human beings. So on this special day, may your tools remain scattered in meaningful patterns only you understand. And may the thing you promised you'd repair last summer finally break completely so a professional can take it from here. Enjoy your special day, and please celebrate responsibly. And by responsibly, we mean not relying on 3-minute YouTube videos to teach you how to do electrical work. Happy International Men's Day, and try to put your dirty, tighty-whities in the hamper once in a while, for God's sake.
Well, we need somebody who can hit the ground running.
You strike me as the type of guy who knows how to hit the ground running.
Will hit the ground running?
I want him to hit the ground running.
I'm gonna hit the ground running.
Let's get started.
Come on, lazy bones. It's time to get moving.
Good morning. Microphone works. Camera's on. It's a show now. Yep. Woke up this morning. Yesterday was kind of exhausting. Anyway, I woke up this morning and got some gabagoo and thought, shit, I didn't do show prep last night. No big deal. Just, I cracked the whip a little bit. To tell a secret, I skipped my shower. So I'm a little haggard today. The beard is a little askew. Au natural. I did, cleanse my face and stuff, but I just didn't take a shower yet. It was not a strenuous day yesterday, and I am not ripe. Plus, it's not smell-o-vision, so lucky you. I don't stink. I am really not a BO guy, I'll be completely honest. Never have been a stinky guy. I've been lucky about that, even in my heaviest days. I had to really work to get stanky. More funk in my horn than my body, I'll tell you that. Happy Wednesday. Like I said, we're a week and a day from Thanksgiving. Probably time to start thawing out your bird. If you haven't already, because if you do the turkey and you brine the turkey beforehand, you got to give yourself, time to brine. It's got to be thawed first. And don't just set it out on the deck. That is a terrible idea. The Bumpus's dogs will be all over it. Oh crap. Is that sending? No. You guys aren't getting audio from there. For a minute, I was worried I was sending you audio. Not sending you audio. Anyway, so get your turkey on. And thanks for joining me this morning, despite my haggard condition. I did turn the green screen down because I was really tired of seeing the yellow Weird Al Yankovic letters being green. They're still a little green screen-ish. It's not terrible, but see how much they're supposed to be yellow? So I can use my fingers. Oh, I got to show you my necklace I got. I'm not a jewelry person. But this guy, get the damn thing off. This guy makes these, hand makes them, and being that I really like my one wheel, I got a little one wheel necklace. I treated myself. So my early Christmas present to myself. Anyway, it's a little silver one wheel. And yeah, the wheels turn. But it's down to the board detail is all in there, like the little bolt holes and the hubs and even the handle underneath and stuff. It's really cool. He did a really good job detailing it. Plus, it's totally my fidget spinner. I have discovered in this first couple of days that I've had it, I like to race it on my seatbelt when I'm driving. It's my fidget spinner. Let's see. What else this morning? I do have a show. I did put together a show this morning. So we have a regular, complete show. It's not just going to be me bobbling the ball here for an hour. But I've got it. Yesterday was a long day. Went to the doctor yesterday, and I found out that I have a hernia, which explains why I was having the things go on that was going on. It is a inguinal hernia, which is the most common kind of hernia for men. But it's International Men's Day, so why not overshare? But it's like, okay, this is the groin. My palms are my nuts, okay? And all the parts are down here. Hi, how you? If you're looking like at me, let's see, on your camera, this would be your right, your left. Okay, so to the upper left, up here, this is where the hernia is. And I know because I pushed myself back in through it. So that now has explained what am I feeling there. But anyway, these are the most common kind of hernia, and they happen because that is a weaker area. It's actually where when you're prepubescent, that's where your nuts hang out. And then when your nuts drop, that's a literal thing, ladies, then that area is, it's not weak, and you should hopefully build muscle. But when you're big and fat for a long time, and that fat basically not forces out the muscle but replaces by pressure, so your fat is holding things in place and the muscle deteriorates because you're not doing crunches and shit. Sorry. I'll tell you this. I'm pretty sure when it happened was at my last Shades of Soul gig. I was playing too hard, and I'm pretty sure that's what did it. So anyway, I got to get a CT scan and get that checked out and blah, 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 blah. But it does worry me a little bit, because it's basically, a hernia is basically, if you think of skin and then muscle wall and then intestines and all that shit back here, sometimes quite literal. It's the muscle wall behind the skin. If you look at this and we take the skin away and this is the muscle wall and the guts are behind it, a hernia is basically a break in the muscle where your protrusion, where your intestines can then protrude through, which is not a huge deal. So it's not the big deal. The problem is if it gets through and then it gets kinked, or like your colon gets kinked up in there, you'd have emergency surgery and shit. So like if you're grunting real hard, you're trying to take a real hard poop, sometimes you can do that to yourself. I'm not kidding. That's the conversations I have with my doctor. That is not how it happened, though. But it has been exacerbated probably by a hard poop or two. So that's your morning, what the hell, Darren, going on. And I'm going to tell you, it's not directly correlated to me losing weight as rapidly as I did, but that's a contributing factor by far. A major contributing factor. Because I took away all that cushion for the pushing. And when all the fatty went away, then the muscle was like, I can't do it on my own. I'm so weak. Blah. And that's a hernia. You guys still with me? Last thing I see was Troy's comment, good morning, and then now it's just shock and awe. Happy Wednesday, bitches. All right, so it's International Men's Day. There's my overshare for you, gentlemen. But if you feel like, the only reason I thought about it is because it was like there was like a lump in that side. It was like, what is this lump? That was my guts pushing through. That's what that lump was. And that's why I could kind of pop. It would give me, Anyway, it's International Men's Day. It's World Toilet Day. While we're, doing a little Twitter on the shitter this morning, it's World Toilet Day. So thank you, toilets, by the way. Much better than holes in the ground. National Play Monopoly Day. Yeah, Troy, that's it. It's National Play Monopoly Day. It is National Macchiato Day. I'm still I got my drip with my squirt of sugar-free mocha. It's my signature tune. National Get a Pal for Your Pet Day. It's a great idea. If you've got a solo pet, maybe that pet needs a companion while you're watching this crap and not paying attention to your pet. The nice thing about this show is cats, boboletas, whatever you call them, you can love on the babies. Puppy dogs, puppy dogs. But get him a pal. Oh, that was weird. Did it drop for a second? Is my internet connection in? Oh, that will help. Sorry. If it's been glitchy, it's my fault because the Ethernet cable partially came out. So you were on Wi-Fi only, and the Wi-Fi sucks. That's why I do the Ethernet. Okay, so that'll clean up the signal for you. Sorry about that. It's have a bad day today. You know? So go watch Despicable Me. Have a good, bad day. Yep. I got an email this morning from my vet's office talking about senior pets because our cat Eleanor is just turned 15, I believe. And she's my baby. But she's showing her senior years. But fortunate that, there's no urinary tract issues or any of those kind of things that come along with that. She's just cantankerous. She's a bitch. And the other two cats know, and they literally just get out of her way. She owns the house. It's amazing. It's Rocky and Bullwinkle Day. Hey, Rocky. Oh, wait. Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of a hat. Remember that? Man, that's Saturday mornings. Rocky and Bullwinkle. Damn, I'm old. Today's TIQ is sponsored by, St. Francis Healthcare, who bought in on the Bob. So cheers to you. 150 years of providing health care in southeast Missouri. I worked at St. Francis once upon a time. I was the desktop publisher for the marketing department. Did a whole lot of design stuff. It was fun. I enjoy the creative computer design. You feel like crap and you're out of town, having bad days on the agenda. No doubt. Where are you at? Are you in Denver? I think you said you're heading to Denver. Is that right? Be safe out there, man. Hope you feel better. All right, TIQ. I already flipped the switch on it. The most popular Thanksgiving dish. I'm confusing myself because I've got Facebook comments open because I wanted to actually pay attention to the Facebook comments, but I got to keep track, make sure nobody on other Facebook pages commenting too because we get those. TIQ, the most popular Thanksgiving side dish in Missouri is stuffing. Yum-a-dum-dum. What's number one in Kansas? You tell me. And this will be a quickie. I'm nearly certain. Because, let's be honest, it's like a limited menu of things that you're going to guess. So guess away. We're going to get into the birthdays. Oh, we have a special birthday today. She's not here. I was kind of hoping maybe she'd think, what am I going to do for my birthday? How should I start my birthday? Oh, I should wake up early and go see Darren on the Facebooks. I bet he'll wish me a special happy birthday. I was. Cancel the pyrotechnics. But no, a happy birthday to Mickey Sharp, one of our SDF posse OG, Madam Awesome. She's amazing. We love you, Mickey. We wish you a very happy birthday. Celebrate. Green bean casserole. No, but that's a must-have. That's a staple. The older and more cantankerous my father gets, the less he likes green bean casserole. Happy birthday to Lana Keppel. Happy birthday, Lana. Lena. Damn it, I always do that. I always fucking do that. Lena. Anyway, she is also very awesome. She's a fighter. She's a lover and a fighter, like a Michael Jackson song. She's a rocker, and I count on her for insight into the local rock scene, by the way. I do. She's a lifeline. She hit some video on Saturday. It was a rock show, blowing it out. Boom. So, Lena, happy birthday. Becky Scherenborg, happy birthday. Pumpkin pie. Man, I love some pumpkin pie. That's Dad's duty for Thanksgiving. He is the pumpkin pie creator, and it's good. Happy birthday to Becky. Happy birthday to Bridget Mascroft, if I could spit it out. Happy birthday to Bridget Mascroft. Janine Maxwell, happy birthday to you. Janine is with Heart for Africa, which was an organization that I got familiar with and involved with back when I worked at Element 74, and they created this beautiful legacy that is I don't have enough time in this show to talk about it. Go to heartforafrica.org and you can learn more. Mashed potatoes and gravy. Oh, and Alicia mashed potatoes and gravy. I looked down. I don't know who got it first. Let me look between the two posts here. It looks like Alicia got it first. Troy with an honorable mention. Sans gravy, you can just have mashed potatoes, but it's mashed potatoes. I would say with gravy is an acceptable answer. We're going to ring the orange Thanksgiving bell today. Damn, that's loud. I love how it's just the pitch of the bell just peaks this mic so hard, just clips it all the way. Oh, it's got to just hurt, doesn't it? Your have a bad day. But yeah, congrats. That's it. Mashed potatoes and gravy. I told you it would not last, and that's okay. I like it. Sometimes it's nice to have a quickie. Okay, good job. I give you both top honors. Matter of fact, let's roll for your future. Today's lucky numbers on Have a Bad Day. For both of you, you both have the same lucky number because it's lucky to share. Shit, man, I dropped it off the damn desk almost. I had to reset. Hey, lucky number 7, huh? A 6 and a 1. Good luck. That's an awesome day. Terribly loud. Terrible. It's just terrible. Good morning, Mr. Vaughn. And so, Janine, happy birthday. Janine is just a couple years older than me, and I hope you have an amazing day. Carol Myers, happy birthday to Carol. Carol is probably celebrating her birthday by, I don't know. What are you doing, Carol? All right. You share celebrity birthdays with, and this is a big one. Turning 28 today, the world's first surviving set of septuplets, the Macaulay septuplets. They're 28 now. That's a lot of babies. Thank you for the Wednesday stars, my good man. Much appreciated. I don't know why this it's like got a pinned, and it won't show the pinned. It is what it is. Hockey star Patrick Kane is 37 today. Kylo Ren in Star Wars, a.k.a. Adam Driver, he is 42 today. Carrie Strug, American gymnast, she is 48 today. Billy Currington is 52. Probably playing the casino circuit near you sometime soon. I don't know what Billy Currington's up to today. Jodie Foster, 63. I can smell your candles from here, Clarice. Meg Ryan is 64. You think she can still fake an orgasm? Of course she can. She's Meg fucking Ryan. Velvet Revolver's Matt Sorum is 65. Ahmad Rashad is 76. Calvin Klein turns 83. And the elastic still snaps back. Ted Turner's 87. And Dick Cavett is 89. And I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't know Dick Cavett was still alive. I feel bad for not knowing that fact. But happy birthday to Dick. Let's move on to today's Victorian era history moments. Oh, lovely. Where's my head gone? It is time for that. Also, we're going to do a little this or that. We haven't done one of those in a long time. In my hasty prep this morning, I also thought I was done, and then I went and looked, and I was like, shit, I did that back in April. And it was just talking about the secrets of the gas pump. And I had already talked about that in April. I'm like, nah, that's too soon. Too soon. It's like 7 months ago. It's not enough time. It could be like my minimum window is 2 years. If we did it in a show a couple of years ago and it's still relevant, it's worth a giggle or, a snarkle at least, we'll toss it back in. To hell with it. Hell yeah. Gregory's on fire too. That's 2 weeks, man. It says Hump Day 50 stars with all the pretty little graphics. That's awesome. You've earned a streak. All right, today in 1863, United States President Abraham Lincoln delivered his Gettysburg Address. 407 years ago, I was in Murfreesboro arguing with somebody. But no, the Gettysburg Address delivered on this date, 1863. And yep, Rocky and Bullwinkle Day, because it debuted on this date in 1959. Holy crap. Almost 70 years ago. Right? Yeah. Math hard. Hey, Rocky. I liked Rocky and Bullwinkle. I'll save you now. Dudley Do-Right, and all the little, and Natasha and Boris. Oh, it's good stuff. That's childhood. And it was reruns for me. I'm not that damn old, but still, it was funny cartoons, man. Good stuff. 1980. Bill Palmer and his wife, TJ, opened the very first Applebee's restaurant. TJ Applebee's prescription for edibles, and it was called TJ Applebee's RX for edibles and elixirs. You open that today, it's a dispensary. But it was the first Applebee's restaurant back then, so hooray for that. Man, I don't know. I'm getting lag on the Facebook feed trying to follow the feed. I don't need that because I want to be able to see your comments in timely fashion when we go to this or that. Hey, Phil. Sorry, man, I missed you. I looked at you're on the other channel. So perfect. I see you now. Good to see you. So you're back with us, brother. You back in the States? Or you're back just with me here this morning? Oh, there's okay. I may be seeing the comments faster on the restream. Okay, so be it. So Applebee's opens 1980s on a date night. 1988, number one song in the land, Bad Medicine. Oh, Bon Jovi. Rawr. I've got a fever, got a permanent disease. Gonna take more than a doctor to prescribe my remedy. Big hair. Let's go. 1998, the U.S. House of Representatives Judiciary Committee began impeachment hearings, against Bill Clinton over the Monica Lewinsky scandal. Hey, do we have, I don't know that I've seen Dennis this morning. Yeah, no, I haven't seen Dennis this morning. Where's old Dennis? Red Slipper Warrior Band are playing in Boston and New York in February. Nice. That's awesome. Usually I see something as somebody I know that's getting to do the Turkey Day Parade, the Macy's deal in New York. I haven't seen anybody posting up about that yet, though. I've given up on that. This year, if I watch it, it's going to be from some YouTube feed that somebody set up outside an apartment window or something. I just want to watch the parade. I don't want to hear announcers. I don't want to deal with any of that. Let's see. 2002 was when Michael Jackson hung his son over the balcony. It was on this date in 2002 when he held Prince Michael II over the balcony for just a second for a picture in Berlin. 4th floor balcony. Yeah. It's a circle of life. 2006, Nintendo drops the Wii. How many of you had a Wii? How many of you had a couple of Wiis? One that was jailbroken and had a bunch of shit on it. A blanket. Oh, keep guessing. You can go ahead and guess. No, wait. What are you saying, blanket? 2007, Amazon.com introduces the Kindle. Kindle fans? And never forget, passed away on this date in 2007, Dick Wilson. Passed away. Who was Dick Wilson? He was Mr. Whipple. The man that said, "Don't squeeze the Charmin." That was Dick Wilson. R.I.P. Lived a long and hearty life, though. He was born in 1916, passed away in 2007. That makes him 91 years old, kids. That's a long haul of squeezing the Charmin. I always felt bad for Mr. Whipple as a kid. Nobody respected Mr. Whipple. Oh, Michael Jackson's son. No, Prince Michael II was his kid. But he had him like in a blanket or something. It was like, I don't know. It was weird. Hey, Charles Manson died on this date in 2017, in case you thought he was still alive. FYI. Speaking of guys who are still alive that have creepy smiles and an awesome visage, here he is, your very own Stone Richards, Weather Lord. Stone, I bet you were prepared for this morning.
You're damn right.
Okay. Hey, your weather forecast brought to you by the Good Feet store. Why not? They pay me to say it on air. Today we're going to say it on here. Stone, I know you enjoy your Good Feet arch support system. I actually do legit will tell you that, and this is my experience with it, but the Good Feet things basically cured my plantar fasciitis. Got me over to where it was not hurting at all, and that was when I was still heavy, and then I lost the weight, and it's gone. I hope it's gone permanently. That'd be fucking awesome, wouldn't it? That never happens, but anyway, gone for now. I replaced it with a hernia. It is 51 degrees in downtown Cape. We got a kind of a misty fog, like a kind of a greasy fog. You know what the kind I'm talking about? Like when you wiper and you just can't get quite clean. Like you wish you had a windshield bidet. It's that kind of foggy this morning, but it's not terrible. Not much of a wind chill. It's pretty calm winds. We're going to actually see decreasing clouds today. It'll be a decent day. A high of 60, pretty calm winds. Maybe sunshine by this afternoon. Awesome. Tonight, clouds start rolling back in. Whoa! Low of 49. A 20% chance of showers at like 4 o'clock in the morning. But tomorrow, Friday into Friday night, it's going to suck. Like 90% chance of showers, possibly some thunderstorms. We'll keep an eye out for anything severe. Not really thinking we're going to get anything severe. Maybe Friday afternoon. Tomorrow, high of 62, 56 for the low. Thursday night, Friday, 67 for the high. But,
And that's a big but.
as we step to the weekend, we got a decent weekend coming up. Saturday, 64, Sunday, 63. So mid-60s. It'll be a little cool. But we got SEMO football hosting Lindenwood on Saturday. Kickoff at 1 o'clock. River Radio tailgate with EBOMD and Cofield Distributing starting at 11. Free tickets available now at MRV Banks, Simply Swirled, or Smoothie King. Come tailgate with us. Go get your tickets, and then come to the football game at 1 o'clock. It'll be decent weather. It'll be sunny. Partly sunny Saturday. Mostly sunny on Sunday. And if you're not going to SEMO, then you can go cheer on the Jackson Indians because they've got the state quarterfinal, and they're hosting at the Pit in Jackson. First 24 hours, like 1,100 tickets are sold. Blow! Dude, bidet all day. Bidet all day. My home has been bidets since COVID. And I'm never looking back. There ain't nothing better than a freshly bideted back door. I mean, you feel so much better. You feel you'll leave the bathroom more confident. Telling you. According to the sources, though, should be decent weather for this weekend. And then we ain't worried about next week. I don't really give a shit about that. We'll talk about that Friday. To that end, also, since you're here, Stone is heading out of town for Thanksgiving. So we won't have a show on Black Friday, which you probably expected. I don't know what my workload's going to be like, things I got to get done Black Friday-ish. But who knows? We may just go out and do a live shopping experience or something. I would like to, if the weather cooperates, I'd like to go run my battery dead on the one wheel. Maybe do that. Yeah, Philip, that's the same thing Korea got you with it. Yeah, everybody that I've talked to that has lived or traveled overseas in typically in an Asian country, in Japan, Korea, Vietnam, wherever they go, they're convinced. And it's really silly to me that more people don't. I will preach it all day long, hellotushy.com, because the bidet works great, but they also have great customer service, and they write really funny fucking emails. So all the butt jokes, poop jokes, all that stuff, ha, 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 but so tastefully done. It's like being on a diet and eating a really good cinnamon roll, but it's so well presented that you just had to eat it. But the bidets are awesome. Hooray for bidets. If you guys are still dry heaving it, give it a go. And they're so easy to install. So easy. Unless your house is like, my house was probably the most difficult one you'd do. Saves money too, you're right. Saves trees. And it is National Toilet Day, so I do feel it is apropos that we speak a bit on the bidet. I upgraded our bidet last Christmas here at our house. I'm going to put the other one downstairs in the other toilet, but I don't ever sit down on that one. I don't trust that toilet. But But the upstairs toilet, we got a new bidet. The warm water option. Oh, my God. We're living in the 23rd century. But, yeah, we got the warm water option now. I didn't mind the brisk blaster, to be honest. It's kind of, it takes a little bit to get used to. And to be honest, if you've got good water pressure, crawl before you walk. Because you may very damn well give yourself a laser trimming and not even realize it. That's your bidet conversation. Okay, so anyway, he's out next week. We'll do a show Wednesday. I plan on being here Wednesday. I don't have to travel for Thanksgiving, and then we'll get done with the show and go do other work. All right? So there you go, Stone. You're off the hook, brother. We'll see you Friday. Okay. S-E-O-O. Good job. Brekkie Bits. Here we go. The seat warmer, I don't care about. I'm not a big temperate. Oh, it's so cold. I'm the first one to use the toilet in the morning if I use the toilet in the morning. So I got the cold seat regardless. That's baby steps. Oh, slow down, Philip. Okay, we're not all global travelers like you with all your seat warmers. What's next is like rubs your back when you lean up against the lid. That would be so gross. Oh, that'd be so gross. All right, Brekkie Bits. According to a new survey, the average American family, or the average American celebrating Thanksgiving this year, will spend $952 on food, drinks, decorations, travel, and miscellaneous items over Thanksgiving. $952 on Thanksgiving. Jesus. No. I am on the light end of that spectrum by far. Driving out to dad's and then driving to stepdad's or vice versa. By the way, in case you missed it, the House voted 425-1 yesterday to release the Epstein files. One vote, one abstention one no vote. And that was it. Who was the no vote? Louisiana Congressman Clay Higgins was the don't release those. I am above the law. Ford is testing out selling used cars on Amazon in a couple of markets. Ford said, all right, selling used cars. This one is a prime deal. Free shipping. 1/3 of Americans are cutting their Thanksgiving budgets. As mentioned, it's quite pricey. By an average of 41%. And how are they doing it? Well, I'm telling you, through smaller gatherings, through potluck-style meals, and skipping travel. You know, what we do every year. Right? Is that how you guys do Thanksgiving? Or is there do you have the Thanksgiving where there is a host and they just cook up all the shit? Maybe they tell you, why don't you bring some extra rolls, honey? Or something, because, honest, if you're the kitchen person and you love doing that, you want to do all that. But sometimes it can be overwhelming. And I think over the years, we've become more of a, you bring this, you bring this. Dad and I, we had a war plan when we were out of Jamie's. I'm bringing the pies and dirt. What are you bringing? What are you drinking? Oh, shit. The commander laid it out. But I said, I got the turkey. I got the turkey. I'm going to smoke that beautiful bitch, and we are going to have a delicious turkey. But anyway, they're cutting the budget. So cut your budget. You know what? Get the great value green beans for the green bean casserole. Nobody cares. You get enough French onion shit and cream of mushroom in there, they're not even paying attention. What else? Oh, the final Saturday Night Live of the year will be hosted by Ariana Grande for the Christmas episode on December 20th. Musical guest, Cher. Did you guys get some issues yesterday, maybe trying to do Spotify, or if you had some things on ChatGPT, or if you use Copilot? There was an outage yesterday, a Cloudflare outage yesterday. That was to blame. Man, I got a bump on my elbow. Oh, by the way, speaking of the Epstein files, Paris Hilton says that once upon a time, Ghislaine, however you say her name, the dead woman, Ghislaine Maxwell, she tried to recruit her to date Jeffrey Epstein. I don't find that far-fetched. Paris Hilton, their family and all the people they hung out with and all that shit, that's creepy, man. That whole stuff. I keep that off my radar. I tell you, anything that would take me to a point where I may end somebody, it would be if somebody tried to do it with my daughter or my son. My morality compass would point me towards a crusader's attitude. I'll put it at that. Holy shnikes, it's time for some weird news, and I got some good ones. We've got some Florida. We're going to go to South Yorkshire, England. Where else are we going? We're going to Cambodia today. California's on the list. California rarely makes the weird news list, honestly, which surprises me. I think they're just better at keeping their shit internal. I don't know. But thanks for hanging out. Also, we're going to talk about global kind of beauty standards just a little bit, and then some this or that's. We'll see what we get into. But let's get into this first. First, from South Yorkshire, England, a burglar. Cops used a can of Pepsi to bust this burglar. The can was left at the scene of the crime. Daniel Irvin was caught thanks to DNA found on the discarded Pepsi. He eventually admitted to committing the burglary. See, clean up after yourself. Make that a good habit. If you're going to be out committing crimes, you can't be leaving your DNA everywhere. Don't y'all watch CSI, NCIS, any of the other FBI, whatever, acronym, whatever? I do. That's how I know. And then off to Cambodia, where Thai authorities recently busted 2 smugglers trying to smuggle 81 monkeys over the Cambodian border. That's right, 81 monkeys. The monkeys were discovered during a traffic stop. Authorities seized the animals. They were not easy to seize. I wonder, were they all in barrels? And they pulled them over and they're like, you guys are having too much fun. Barrels of monkeys. That make me laugh. All right, next. WICZ says a naked suspect. Mickey! She's not the naked suspect. She just showed up. Hi, good morning, and happy birthday. I didn't bring a ukulele. I was going to sing happy birthday to you. We can all sing happy birthday to you, okay? Let me turn this off so I don't get... I was going to sing it in the key of Breaking Benjamin's So Cold. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mickey. Boing, boing. Happy birthday to you. Fireworks. I hope you have an amazing birthday today. I hope your Wednesday birthday is just stellar. Monkeys. You're welcome. You're welcome. We're in the midst of our weird news. Really a substantial show, as I completely forgot to write any content last night and had to cram this together at 5:45 this morning. But it's awesome. You're a princess. I hope you have an awesome birthday. A naked suspect recently fled from the Oroville, California police. Detectives were looking for the parolee at a park. The man had taken his ankle monitor off. Oh, you know that's not a good thing. And he jumped into the Feather River. And then he swam out to a little island in the river. And then he stripped down naked. And went, neener, 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 you can't get me. I'm not kidding you. He basically did that. Taunted the cops. You know, butt-ass naked on an island. That's when, you know, you can have points in your life where you kind of get that Groundhog Day vibe where you're like, fuck it, I'm going to do this. That guy's needle went. The glass cracked on it like he was at too high of an altitude. Swam out there, got butt naked. So they surrounded the island, and I don't know if they threw a net on him or what. They eventually arrested him. And he had been released from jail literally hours earlier. He just went full Lindsay Lohan and said, I want back. They had great burritos on Thursdays. Mickey, it is really an honor. And yeah, we started the show with all kinds of toilet news. It was good times. Good times. Actually, we had quite the discussion on bidets today. Okay, and then, of course, weird news. We've got to have a Florida man, and in honor of Mickey's birthday. This is actually from Tallahassee, though. I couldn't find a Jacksonville, Florida man story this morning. Quickly. Couldn't. But this guy in Tallahassee was recently arrested for using a forklift to steal an ATM. Eyewitnesses called 911 because they watched this dude do it. Joshua Hidalgo transported the ATM at 5:15 in the morning. If you've ever driven a forklift, they max out at like 4 miles an hour unloaded. So he was just, you'll never catch me, you sons of bitches. Cops tracked him down. Not hard. Charged him with burglary of a structure, criminal mischief, resisting an officer without violence, grand theft, and possession of burglary tools with intent to use. Ooh, and he had a little burrito bandito mask on, too. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You know, it is your birthday. It's also International Men's Day. What else could work for you today? It's Rocky and Bullwinkle Day, which are respectable cartoon figures in the world. Ahoy! All right. That's our weird news. Let's talk about beauty. Let's talk about beauty. You know, we put a lot of focus and a lot of money into beauty in the States. We are, get the red light treatments and the laser lifting and the zip zaps and the squirts and the smearies and all that stuff. Spend a lot of money on beauty products. You know, and I love natural beauty. I'm a big fan of natural beauty. You know, if you make yourself up and you look extra beautiful, good for you. It's a confidence thing for some folks. Some people don't like their face the way it is without makeup. I've known women who refuse to be seen in public without their makeup on. If you get to peek at them with their makeup off, that is a very intimate situation, or maybe it's one of those Real Housewives shows. Either way. Women's Health did a little study to detail how women around the globe look and kind of some tips about this stuff. So British women, 92% of British women rarely or never visit a dermatologist. They just don't go to a dermatologist, 92% of them, which is amazing to me. I don't know. 80% of women in South Africa wear fragrance every day. So good for them. So if you're in the perfume industry, maybe set up shop in South Africa. South Africa. The other side of the coin, 80% of Chinese women don't wear fragrances. 80%. That's a pretty substantial number. You're not going to sell a lot of perfume there. So somebody just don't go to China with your perfume. They like the natural scents. 73% of Australians would choose to shell out for body massages if money was no object. I think I would too. I could use a good beat down. And I would imagine with as loose as my skin still is and, thoroughly, it would be like when Bugs Bunny was doing the hair tonic on Elmer Fudd, even my scalp, has loose skin. So I could imagine it'd be kind of like that Elmer Fudd thing. Or like when the cat would pull up the dog's fur. Terrifying. Anyway, 73% of Australians says, yeah, I'll take a body massage. 52% of Koreans would shell out for skin lightening procedures if money was no object. 52%, a majority of Korean women. 38% of people in China say they use teeth whitening treatments. I've never used a teeth whitening treatment. Anybody had success with that? I brush and floss and I do my dental hygiene, but I've never tried the whitening stuff. That's why I've got this shiny green screen grill for you today. It's awesome. 38% of, and I found this one interesting, 38% of women in India say they own 0 skincare products. 0 Indian women. Just found that interesting. Women in Germany and Italy say mascara is their most essential beauty product. And Argentine and Canadian women are the most satisfied with their looks? Well, good. I'm glad they have national confidence in their beauty. Name me a Canadian beauty. I'll start. Anne Murray, an iconic Canadian beauty. Alanis Morissette. Bonnie McMurray. Right? I always, do you have like beauty stereotypes in your head when you think of a nationality? Like you think of maybe even not a celebrity that represents the beauty you think of when you think of that country, but like, I don't know, with Canadians, I always just picture a very natural, healthy beauty. Like, she played volleyball all through college, and now she's got 2 kids and she's on the go. Kind of a natural, just pull it up in a ponytail, rock and roll Canadian beauty. I don't think of like Celine Dion extravagance beauty. Opulence, she has it. And finally, Japanese and French women are the least satisfied with their look. Sacre bleu. French women, you don't like your beauty? You don't like your looks? Japanese women, why are you least satisfied? Gentlemen, in Japan and in France, compliment your women on their beauty every day. We've got to change these numbers. It's desperate times. It's 8:17 too, a.m. on this Wednesday, this very mediocre show Wednesday. Lack of preparation. It's all my fault. My chain is really spun right now. I can see the swirls in the screen. That's kind of cool, actually. I hope you guys are having a good Wednesday so far. I do appreciate you tuning in, starting your day with me. I've been trying to think through, let's get into this or that, and then we'll talk about this other shit. I'm going to give you 2 choices. You pick one. Tell me why you picked that one, okay? First one, off the bat. Cabin in the woods or a hotel room in the city? Polar opposites, relatively speaking. Cabin in the woods, country mouse, or city mouse? What are you doing? It's always, there's always a, well, it depends. What time of year is it? Or is it a good concert going? Or is it hunting season? Like, what would you do if somebody said this weekend, here's what you got. I'm not giving you an itinerary. I'm just giving you a place to stay. Where would you go? I think I would probably pick the hotel room in the city right now, because that's less accessible for me. Cabin in the woods, we can go up to the farm and we can go hang out in the woods. It's not that far away. Yeah, Phil, it's almost a direct association with the way things worked over here, considering skin tone. It's kind of bizarre. That's a shame. So answer away, and we'll talk about a couple other ones here. I have personally had a discussion on this here, and you know my side of it, but I will ask you guys this: canned cranberry sauce or homemade cranberry sauce? Hotel. I mean, yeah, Troy, you're quite literally in it. You are the cabin in the woods. I just realized that the monkeys. Just making sure I didn't miss any YouTube comments or anything over here. Okay. Canned cranberry sauce or homemade? A homemade cranberry relish. And I'm making 2 cranberry dishes this year. I'm making some cranberry relish, my grandma's recipe that I love dearly, and it tastes delicious. And anybody that says otherwise can suck it, but I eat shit out of it. And you can take that cranberry relish. That's me all day. But I'm also going to make some candied cranberries. You guys ever done those? Candied cranberries? Oh, they're special. So we're going to do some of those this year. Homemade for sure. Now, I'm not poo-pooing anybody that prefers the can and you literally just slice that gelatinous cranberry stuff. It's simple. It tastes like cranberry stuff. I assume it's cranberries, assumptions being what they are. If you like it, good for you. This is a this or that, not a judgment. It's a judgment-free Wednesday zone. It's too late for that, isn't it, Darren? Another Thanksgiving-ish this or that. What do you think? Dark meat, white meat? I don't mind either. I prefer white meat if it's cooked right. White meat tends to dry out more, right? Dark meat tends to be a little more fat content, a little richer in flavor, actually. A little turkey. Tastes like turkey. But I'm a fan of turkey. Give me a leg, I'll chow down on that dark meat. Give me a breast, I'm chow down on the breastises. Yum-a-dum-dum. So anyway, I've been thinking about how the rest of the year, trying to figure out how the rest of the year is going to flow. Like I said, next week we got a holiday, and then we jump around the corner, and then Christmas is coming up and all that kind of stuff. Funky Butt weekend, Funky Butt Brass Band weekend is coming up in December 19th, 20th, whatever that weekend is. Get your tickets, St. Louis. Come out. I will be there Friday night. I'll be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Matinees on Saturday and Sunday. I won't be there on Tuesday night for the Tuesday night show they added because I'm going to be at Trans-Siberian Orchestra with the fam, and it's going to be awesome. And then, yeah, so anyway, I'm trying to figure out how the break's going to work and all that kind of stuff for the end of this season. What are we on? 6, I think? Something like that. It's show 114 of this season today, so it's been a long stretch. So, been just trying to kind of ponder that stuff. But yeah, we won't have a show next Friday on Black Friday. You like dark meat with dinner, white meat for the turkey sandwich second dinner. Yeah, the white meat preferably for sure for the sandwiches and stuff. If I'm like cutting it up and making, like turkey stuffing mix, I'm down with the dark meat for that because it's a little more moist and it'll cook a little easier on the recook. Let's see. Ooh. Nah. Okay, here's an easy one. Flannel shirt or sweatshirt? What do you think? I'm feeling I really like both. I'm more of a hoodie, so I would have to go sweatshirt with a hood, a.k.a. hoodie. Although I appreciate a good flannel. I think it's just less hassle to wear a hoodie. You don't have the buttons to deal with. But also, you still got a pocket in the front, so you still got some accessibility there. I guess it kind of just depends on the moment. The fall moment. Sorry, my brain's in 1,000 places this morning. A couple things to mention, too, for next weekend. Old Town Cape has all their Christmas shenanigans going. Next week on Friday, part of the reason we're not having Black Friday show is because I don't want to get up that early. And also because that night, I'm going to St. Louis to see the Urge playing at the pageant with my friends. And we're going to have some fun. And the kids. Yeah, hoodie. Hoodie all day. So, yeah, we got the Urge coming up. But the Christmas tree lighting downtown that's right on the corner, opposite corner of the Roundabout down here on Broadway, the Christmas tree lighting will be at 5:30 on Friday the 28th. Then on Saturday the 29th, it's Small Business Saturday. They're doing some stuff in the Marquette lobby. Parade of Lights is Sunday, November the 30th at 5 p.m. right there at dusk. Runs from Kappa Hall down into downtown. I don't know if we're doing anything for Parade of Lights this year or not. I don't plan on it for the station because I just don't think it can. We have a vehicle that's going to support the lights, unfortunately. I've struck out too many years in a row. So if somebody else wants to take up the mantle for doing it for the station, they absolutely can. I thought about maybe entering my Jeep as just go do it. Maybe put it or see if Layla's volleyball team wants to walk or something. I don't know, But I've already got lights on the headlights. I got lights underneath. And then I've got enough magnet cable mounts that I could put lights all over the damn frame and have a good old time. But, bro, Troy, I feel you. I've purged some. I took a bunch to Plato's Closet. I gave some to some friends. My big boy hoodies to get rid of them. But yeah, I'm hoodie issues, and that's Lawson. That's his go-to. That's his signature move. Okay, last one on the this or that's, and then we're going to bounce into the warm and fuzzies. Wintertime warm-up drink, and this doesn't have to be spiked cider, but would you take the hot cocoa with marshmallows or warmed apple cider? Ideally done up right with the cinnamon stick and and it's warm and it's steaming coming off. That good-ass cider or some good-ass hot cocoa. Swiss Miss, perhaps, with your own additions. So what are you going with? Hot cocoa or hot cider? I like them both. This is a very difficult choice. But somebody's got a gun to your head. I'm going to blow your brains out if you don't pick hot cocoa or cider. And remember, these are just inanimate objects. No one is going to feel guilty. No one should feel guilty. And no one's going to feel remorse for choosing one over the other. They're both delicious. I'm going hot cocoa. Damn. Only if it's made with milk. None of that water hot cocoa that's like people who put water on cereal. Anyway. So there you go. There you have it. Few this or that's. Hey, like I said, it's a quick rush show this morning. Boy, oh boy. One other thing before we get in warm and fuzzies, I would ask you guys to pray for my friend Eric and his family because his cancer is kicking his ass and they could just use your love and your, just send it. Send it. That is weighing heavy on my mind this morning. And that's made it hard to get through this show this morning. And so I just want to ask that of you guys, and I'm fidgeting because I'm trying not to cry. So send up those prayers and those good vibes. It is a heavy week. So let's do some warm and fuzzies. And this one from, there they go. Damn drips. All right, enough of that. Enough of that leaky eye shite. We're going to talk about the cat lady who won the lottery. Alicia, this could be you if you buy a winning ticket. A Chardon, Ohio woman recently won a $50,000 lottery jackpot. After taxes, she takes home about $36,437.50. She plans to use her winnings to pay some bills, remodel her home, and spoil her cats. It's the trifecta of responsible things to do when you win a lottery downfall like that. Hot cocoa, yeah, and got to have milk. It's got to be milk. Now, I do like a really well-made cider. My favorite easy, quick cider is you go out at Christmas time, you go out to the Myers Tree Farm out there in Jackson, and I always have the warm cider ready to go, and you put that in a little styrofoam cup, and then you walk around for 30 minutes because that shit is about 248 degrees Kelvin. I'm surprised the styrofoam doesn't disintegrate. And then you got to let it cool off. Then you go looking for the tree. It's good. Oh, man. Yeah, Alabama's got no lottery. Damn dirty conservatives. It's amazing how our lottery has really poured into the education system. And no, I'm not going to get into that. Congrats to her, though. Yeah, hooray for her cats as well, right? Think of all the freaking snacks and treats. I bet she gets some little catnip bags. I bet she spends at least $50 on them. WFLA says a stolen puppy was recently recovered by deputies after a store burglary in Brandon, Florida. So we're trying to balance out the weird news with the forklift guy. The French Bulldog puppy was taken during the break-in at the cell phone store. Somebody stole the dog from the cell phone store. I'm so confused. The police identified the thieves, got a search warrant, and stormed their apartment. The puppy, named King, is now safely back with his owner, and the trio of thieves were arrested. Then they're going to feed him to the frickin' alligators. Yeah, warm and fuzzies. I can't. People who are mean to animals and people that steal animals are just terrible people. Shame on you. Man. But you know what? They got him back. Happy ending. Huzzah. A Parma, Ohio pizza delivery driver is our subject of our final warm and fuzzy for today. He recently helped a man that was having a heart attack. Jeff Gideon showed up to deliver his pizza, gave the man the pizza, and the man fell over backwards. Now, several things probably went through Jeff's mind at this point. Damn, it was only $12.50. Oh, I didn't even complain about the tip yet. What else? Man, he must really like this pizza. Perhaps I should have worn pants. You know, a lot of things going through his head. Jeff called 911, though, got it together, stayed with the man until paramedics arrived. The man is now recovering at the hospital thanks to Jeff's quick thinking and actions. No word on what happened to the pizza. But you know, when the man finally, they got him conscious and everything in the hospital, he's stabilized and all that, he probably went, so what happened to my pizza? You know, that was probably the first thing on his mind. He had to ask. I'm curious too. But good job, Jeff. Way to do the right thing. I hope you guys have a Wednesday full of do the right thing. And tell the have a bad day to go blow it. Give it the full-on raspberry treatment. Have a great day. Have a kick-ass Wednesday. Have a I forgot to change it to warm and fuzzy penguins Wednesday. Damn it. Damn it. Hey, yeah, but I hate that guy. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out once again. Your support is much appreciated. Hope you have a great Wednesday. Be a nice human. I will see you guys on Friday. And the immortal words of Mickey Sharp. It's my birthday, bitches. Send me some